From all indications, Donald Trump become the 47th President of the United States of America. On this video here, I want to do a critical analysis on why Kenya supports Trump, particularly the young generation. But before I do so, kindly, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Why am I saying that Kenya supports Trump or even supported Trump? We all know that the election in the US, it's always watched by the entire world because of the kind of role United States of America plays in very many issues that affect most of these countries in the world. One of them being the dollar that we have, which controls the currency of the entire world. Therefore, the election in the US, there were opinions from all over, from various countries, and Kenya was not excluded. So its opinions were always given there. I could see from my WhatsApp status, I could see on Twitter, X, I could see it on Facebook. I could also ask one or two Kenyans on the ground, and most Kenyans, particularly the elites, are supporting Donald Trump to become the president of the United States of America. I am also sure even the United States of America citizens, particularly the Kenyans who are there, most of them could be supporting Donald Trump. I'm yet to interview one, but can leave you from the United States of America. Please let me see your comment section. On the comment section, who were you supporting? Now, let me dive in the reasons as to why I feel that Kenyans were supporting Trump. Yes. Now, in Kenya, we've been having William Ruto in office. And since William Ruto took office as the President of the Republic of Kenya, he has made several trips to the United States of America. That is not the base of this story here. The base of this story here, it is the support United States of America has been giving William Ruto in all occasions. Underline the word all. Now, bringing you back slightly to Kenya, when the Gen Zs and millennials in Kenya were on the streets going against the Finance Bill 2024, William Ruto was organizing his trip to the United States of America using a private jet that took almost 200 million shillings Kenyan money. During that time, despite the kind of protests in the country, despite the message that all over on Twitter, William Ruto still decided to organize his trip to the United States of America instead of considering the interest of Kenyans first. Up to that level, he appeared to be so much interested on what his trip could do for him as an individual as far as going to the United States of America. There is where the Kenyan youths changed their mind as far as their support for Trump and Harris is concerned. So these youths of Kenya, we decided that if William Ruto is praised by the West, particularly the United States of America, then it was therefore easy to tell that these Western countries as well do not care about what youths of this country are experiencing, and therefore they also become our enemy, just like William Ruto has been. Also, Kenya, we've been experiencing problems, but whenever the American president or even the American ambassador to Kenya speaks, they always support William Ruto. Whether the Kenyans are against certain policy, certain bill, and William Ruto wants it, the American people always support it. Finance Bill 2024, Meg Whitman said it was the best for this country. But considering what Kenyans were saying, we didn't want it completed. They wanted it abolished at all. And actually, people even talking of visiting Meg Whitman. When the elections in Kenya were doubted by some Kenyans that it was not credible, the American ambassador of Kenya came and said it was the most credible election she has ever seen in the entire continent of Africa. That still was proving to the Kenyans, particularly the youths, that Meg Whitman and the American, as the president of America, Biden himself, they did not value what the Kenyans stood for. As if that is not enough, when the Finance Bill 2024 was introduced, youths of this country, some economists, some politicians, said that this was not a Kenyan bill. It was the International Monetary Fund, IMF bill. And this bill, these bodies are run by Americans. So therefore, it was easily connected to the American people. I mean, the American government that is led by then. So the negative attitude towards Harris was as a result of William Ruto's connection, closeness, and also the utterances of the American leaders as far as the African or Kenyan interests are concerned. So most of the Kenyans felt like they don't care on what Kenyans are experiencing. So therefore it was very clear that the Kenyans who are right now experiencing tough times as a result of the motivation that William Ruto gets from the Western countries. So they motivate William Ruto to do some things regardless of what we think as Kenyans, because he knows in some way he's going to be supported in anything that he wants, even if it's becoming the next president of 2027. So therefore, basically the support for Trump as far as Kenyans are concerned, it was as a result of the effect William Ruto has had in this country. People felt like if we don't like William Ruto, the Americans or the American leaders could have pronounced themselves as well and say, William Ruto, consider what Kenyans want. But instead they kept praising him even when Kenyans were feeling bad and painfully suffering as a result of the poor economy. Also, we've been seeing funds being wasted in the country. We've been seeing things are happening that cannot happen in the United States of America. One of them being corruption, openly happening. Instead of the American leaders like Biden questioning these kind of activities or actions in the country, they ignore and support William Ruto. It's a deal they could come on board and ask him, William Ruto, you're being branded as a corrupt leader. Why is it that? Why is it so? If it's not so, can you prove it otherwise? Because people are saying it is the loans that you've been taking and have been taken as a country and they're misused. When Kenyans were also calling for to the end of misuse of public funds, the American people tolerated William Ruto going to look for 200 million private jet to the United States of America. People felt like it is now ignorance, where they just want William Ruto to impress them, but as far as Kenyans are concerned, we can suffer. So that is one of the things that was actually deterring leaders from supporting Trump across the country, and supporting Harris, and so they felt strongly that Trump could be a better leader because they believe he could not be meddling on the Kenyan affairs, and in case, because of the nature of Trump saying the truth and speaking what it is, there could be a possibility that some of these things that William Ruto has been doing and we hate them as Kenyans, he could have pointed them out. Lastly, William Ruto forced to take our police to Haiti, where American had failed. Biden was fully in support of that. Harris, and actually most Kenyans were against it, because what are the Kenyans benefiting from going to Haiti? As a result of that, Harris being from that kind of a group of Trump, of the Democrats, Kenyans combine that and say this is also an enemy of the Kenyan people. I don't know what is your take, but this is my take, and that's my opinion. Kindly let me see in the comment section why you think Kenyans supporting Trump, or even why you think they are not supporting him. My name is Abel Mokua. See you next time for more videos. See you next time.